the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh, you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy, too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Looking at the Bulls, only one win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. And Philly head coach Brett Brown, a disciple of Popovich, goes from lots of winning with the Spurs to lots of losing with the Sixers. But Shaq, they are turning things around.
Yeah, Ernie Brown stayed loyal. He trusted the process. Now he gets to reap the reward. And when the Sixers are fully healthy, they remind me of me and Kenny when we were fighting. Dangerous.
Yes, sir. It wasn't easy, but the franchise stayed focused and the player development is superb. And this is a team that could compete for a long time, Ernest.
And now let us send it down, Kenneth, to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. The injury to Zach LaVine, that's the story here. He is out.
Yeah, and as bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness, that when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court.
Yeah, and it looked like it might be a lot worse than it is. The news is a relief to him and the team. Great to hear he's avoided something more serious.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. Well, Chris, right around this time of year, these teams are trying to maneuver around the injuries they're being afflicted with. That's a tricky dance sometime for these teams.
Oh, man, it's such a tricky dance, especially for the coach. How do you get your player rest? Is a player injured or hurt? How do you separate or define that? Because you never want a guy to play injured. And the length of the season, Kevin, it takes such a big toll. But that's what's so fair at the end of the season. Everybody's tired. Everybody's injured. Everybody must adjust. That's what makes the playoffs special. That's the wild card thrown in. Fatigue and injury, and how can you handle it and adjust to it?
Great answer. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Simmons and Saric are the forward pair. All out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Wall battles through traffic and lays it in.
As point guards go, Wall is very adapted, taking the ball inside. I mean, he gets a lot of points in there.
And Holiday kicks to Carter. Pass to Dunn. The bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Trying to master the pick and roll. Done. Decisions like this definitely makes his coaches happy.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. To the middle. Fades away. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
That's his mindset. Attack, attack, attack whenever possible.
Portis against Saric. Carter kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Outside Portis. Carter dishes to Butler. Over Simmons. The shot misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the board.
Well, that got them a lot of extra possessions, and they made them count. I mean, that game was a runaway.
Saric finds Wall. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
They would look like they had it figured out and take a couple bad shots and be right back to where they started.
Here's Dunn. And the Bulls with another miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Wall. A 26-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee.
While he was doing that, I mean, dropping buckets. He was keeping everybody else involved, too. I mean, he had a tremendous night facilitating.
Now, here is Holiday, following the miss by John Wall. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the three, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
Now, here's Dunn. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
Shot from 12. Simmons pulls it in. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Dunn passes to Carter. Now Portis. Butler on the wing. Over Simmons. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Philadelphia. And Saric kicks to Wall. Tipped away. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The superb strength from the crafty guard. Wall's used to getting knocked around. He sticks with his shot.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one falls for John Wall.
And boy, when you think about what the Bulls were in the 90s, Jordan, Pippen, Grant, Robin, I mean, a group that could suffocate you on both ends.
Now, here's Portis. 12 points his last outing. Here's Butler. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Wasted opportunity. That's a good chance right there for an easy 2 on over jumper.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
And Chris, talking about the Bulls dynasty, some people feel it was the greatest of all time.
That's a tough question. You got Russell Celtics, Duncan Spurs, the Lakers Showtime. Let's include the Warriors of today. I really don't argue about it because they can't go head-to-head, unfortunately. He hasn't been his best this quarter.
Philadelphia with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Bulls trail by 7. Passes to Dunn. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
There's no question Dunn is a great athlete, but he must first work on his shooting as well as his passing.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. No good on the free throw. And the 76ers with some changes. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Chandler comes in for Saric. And Robert Covington subbed in for J.J. Redick. He hits the second from the line. The 76ers leading by 6. And Simmons kicks to Wall. Shot clock reset for Philadelphia. Covington wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke, right? I mean, there have been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, averaging about 22 points per, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
The pass to Lawson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Butler on the way. And stolen by Simmons. The finish rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, the quick hands of Simmons. He's great at realizing when to risk going after steals.
Lawson with it. He averages about 5 points a game. Butler deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Lawson dishes to Lopez. Here's Butler. That shot, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Wall's shot is good.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Now here's Lawson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him to stop the run. And it's good on the way in.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Wall against Lawson. Now here's Simmons. Defense is right there. Wall against Lawson. Shoots from 14. Wall's shot is off.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And Kornet gets it to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Wall against Lawson. Wall, no luck.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the 76ers. They have a 9-point lead. Back to Butler. Great pass to set up the way in.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
And Wall kicks to Johnson. A pass to Wall, and Wall with the slam.
I love the chemistry Wall has with his teammates. He gets up on these alley-oops.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Lawson the pass to Kornet. Lawson staying the D. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Pass to Chandler. Trying to get open is Johnson. That's good from Chandler on the assist from Wall. Chandler's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lawson kicks to Valentine. Pass to Butler. Over Simmons. And it's Butler missing.
Off target with was what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
Covington finds Simmons. That one goes in. And now it's an 11-point 76ers lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now Lawson. Pass to Valentine. To the paint. And Lopez throws it down.
7 feet tall, Lopez makes dunking look easy. Once he's close to the bucket, forget about it.
And it's Wall with the ball for the 76ers. Robin Lopez out of Stanford, entering his second decade in the league. Chris, talk about his game.
Well, when you think about Robin's game, I mean, aggressive, unselfish. I mean, he's one of those dirty work players you love to have on your team, but you hate to compete against.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the 76ers, Sharge checked in for Chandler. Smith comes in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for John Wall. A shot by McConnell, no good.
Low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now, here's Dunn. 5 points in the game. To the middle. That's in there. Carter with the assist. That's 7 points for Chris Dunn.
Showing he has plenty of tricks in his bag. Dunn never bashful about whipping out the flow.
Johnson, the pass to McConnell. Kicks it to Covington. Smith, left side. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range. Great D that time from Portis.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Down low. Here's Carter. Rebound by the 76ers.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And here are the Bulls now after the Sixers pick up 2. Dunn outside. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play. Maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're removed.
Now here's Sharge. Over Dunn. The shot by Sharge. No good. 54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Now the pass to Holiday. Knocked away. Some solid defense from Sharge. Philadelphia leading by 9, and there's the feed to Smith. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Portis. Smith's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Outside Holiday to the left wing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Dunn left side. Back to Holiday. Beyond the arc. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. With 1 on the clock, that shot off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
Feelings are different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Smith is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Amir Johnson. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Chandler in at the power forward position. Now here is Carter over Chandler. And it's Carter missing. Now here's Covington. He's guarded closely. Pass to McConnell. Smith outside. Off the mark and a bad shot there. Bulls trail by 11. Pass to Lopez. Lawson kicks to Carter. Back to Lawson. To the inside, Lopez. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Lopez is just awesome in the pick and roll. Love how fast he rolls after setting that screen.
Here's McConnell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Chandler. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. When you were playing on the road, obviously the fans would yell things and, try to get under your skin. See, Webb, do you remember any instance when it really bothered you and took effect?
Maybe when I would go home and play for the Pistons, I'd see some fan in the green and white, and maybe Steve Smith, my partner, paid him to be there.
Take a break.
The Michigan State fans, the gold blue or that type of thing. Or in Ohio, it's very funny, in Ohio, if they want to boo, if they want to get the crowd pumped up, all they do is put a big Michigan M up there, and the crowd will go crazy and boo. So Ohio, usually my people in Ohio State, the Cleveland, they always, had something to say. No, but it was more like, you suck, Ohio State is the best, Michigan State, you should have come here, that type of stuff. And you kind of look back, give a guy a wink, knock her down a jump shot, and put your fingers to your lips and just say, shh, you don't want to get me upset. Let Sleepy Dogs ride.
That's great.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Now, here's Covington. Denzel Valentine missing his last shot. Covington kicks to Smith. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Valentine. Here's Hutchison. Second chance effort. Carter, that's good.
And look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound, finishing strong on the putback.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Lopez with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Now here's Valentine. Covered by Smith. A shot by Valentine, no good.
Everything looked good until the finish. It's awful.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And now with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. Fifth is Wendell Carter.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
McConnell finds Covington. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Covington's got 9.
Mixing in his mid-range jumper from time to time. Covington, he feels so comfortable shooting from this area.
Johnson against Lawson. Passes it to Lopez. Carter outside. Shot clock at 6. Lawson outside. Offline with his 3. Philadelphia leading by 9. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Smith with the stuff.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Chicago calls timeout. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the growth of the league overall.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here's McConnell. Not a lot of room. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. McConnell's got his first points of the game.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane and takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
Lopez passes to Hutchison. Clock at 4. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Hutchinson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There isn't any player in the league who's going to pass up that shot. There was nobody near.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
So both teams changing it up here.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Covington, breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
He hustles, does the little things, just a good complimentary guy who you need on your team.
Tries again, and Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got 6.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Valentine kicks to Dunn. And there's the pass to Lopez. Bucket is good. He's got 6.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Johnson outside. Back to Wall. Pass to Embiid. Now here's Wall. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Look at the muscle from Wall, willing to draw some contact.
Done with it. He's picked up by Wall. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Covington. Valentine grabs the board. Bulls trail by 10. Back to Dunn. Pass to Cornette. He kicks to Valentine. Here's Cornette. Bulls moving the ball around. Dunn against Wall. Beyond the arc. Dunn misses. The 76ers leading by 10. To the paint, here's Johnson. Valentine grabs the board. Outside Butler. Out to the right wing. Valentine passes to Butler. And it's blocked.
The reach of Simmons, and he coming into play on these blocks. You got to be careful shooting around this guy.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Covington. And Greg, with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Chris, when you're watching how a team is put together, what signals are you looking for that the pieces now are the right ones for that team to be successful?
Yeah, what I look for is balance of talent. Are you heavy loaded at the point guard position? If you have 5 point guards, it's usually not a great balance. But do you have guys that can specialize in their different areas, rebounding, shooting, dribbling, passing? Do you have players that can space the floor that allows you to play the system that you want? Do you have guys that are engaged and have the ego and the pride to want to get stops on the defensive end? So with me, usually I see that it's a balance when you can kind of check off every box that you need to say, yes, we have what we need this season to get where we want to get.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his second season. But since then, his minutes have gone up and his productivity has gone way up.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's Covington. He's got 11. Right side Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. Bulls trail by 10. Outside Butler. Dunn kicks to Butler. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Wow, he's really been dragging them down.
4-3, Covington. Philadelphia getting another chance here. It's deflected. Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
Bulls shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
That's good from Lopez.
Lopez. Now, this guy, he's a reliable role player, a stiff defender, and an intelligent shooter as well.
Passes to Covington. Stolen. Outside Butler. The dish to Dunn. Valentine kicks to Butler. 5 on the clock. There it is, only a second basket. He's missed 8. That's a still 20%.
And this is Butler's bread and butter. The mid-range J is on point. Got to D him up better than that.
Right side, Simmons. Back to Wall. Overdone, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And it's 13 points for John Wall.
Look at Wall. You see that? There's no fear in his eyes, even when the shot clock is low.
Back to Dunn. Lopez outside. Simmons against Butler. And the pass to Cornette. Here's Lopez. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight.
Well, listed as 6'9", Amir Johnson plays a lot bigger than that.
Tipped away. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And Wall with the slam.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Pass to Valentine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. One-on-one here. Covington finds Simmons. From the baseline. Outside, Wall.
2 minutes.
Clock at 6. And stolen by Dunn. A minute 50 left in the second quarter. He dishes it to Lopez. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 5. And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks. He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Done against Wall. And here is Dunn. He's got 7. Feeds to Lopez. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
But the arms of Lopez going forever, which is why he's able to create for himself.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Saric comes in for Johnson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Robert Covington. Now here's Simmons. Got that one up quick. Simmons got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside Butler. Back to Dunn. Outside Butler. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Butler loves getting close to the basket. Once he's down low, he uses that strength and quick release to get shots off.
Now here's Saric. 9 points last game. And Simmons kicks to Redick. Simmons against Butler. Now here's Simmons. He's tightly guarded. Some solid defense from Butler.
And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, the lead is going to take a big jump.
And how about the strength inside there from Butler? Just excellent at finding ways to get the D to foul him down low.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. And he knocks down the first one.
Didn't have a free throw in the first quarter, but you can see he's starting to play with more energy now. He has a tougher attitude.
And so Butler nails both of them.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
All with it. 15 points in the game. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. Just 4 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And so it's Philadelphia heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
I think we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. It was a great half of basketball from John Wall. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Dunn and Holiday team up in the backcourt. Bobby Portis out there with Carter. And it's Butler in at the 3 side. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Here is Carter after Ben Simmons' bucket. Pass to Holiday. Butler against Simmons. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
For Chicago, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
One shot.
Here's Simmons. To the wing on the left. Wall wide open. A 3-pointer off the mark.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
You know, Chris, Bobby Portis showing continued progress as a scorer.
Well, look, he can shoot from anywhere on this floor, and he's 6'11". I mean, just imagine that. But If you give him starters minutes, maybe he could be a 20-10 guy in this league.
Saric, that's good.
Shooting while in rhythm. The work ethic Saric has and how he prepares to fire immediately is coming.
Dunn kicks to Butler for the three. And the Bulls with another miss.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And here's Wall outside. Bulls trail by 8. Dunn outside. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Butler. Count that one. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter.
And it's really easy to appreciate Butler. I mean, especially how he just fends off contact on those difficult attempts.
Now here's Wall. 15 points in the game. And Saric kicks to Simmons to the middle. Here's Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
Proving how legitimate of a threat he is inside. I mean, once Embiid gets it this close, it's all over.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to Butler. And stolen by Simmons. Wall, that's a two-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Embiid. 5th in blocks. And he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Now here is Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. Carter against Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Dunn passes to Carter. And again, no good by Chicago.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Wall finds Embiid. Over Carter. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Bulls trail by 10. Dunn looking over the floor. The pass to Butler. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Redick against Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. The 76ers leading by 8. Wall up top, defended by Carter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Did you see how hard Wall went inside? He welcomes the contact on every play.
And these are his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. The first one falls.
The number 1 overall pick in 2010. I mean, Wall became a bona fide star. He plays with an edge and energy.
Good on both. Now Holiday still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Portis. Back to Holiday. Dunn, wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Outside, Redick. From deep, Wall hits it from three-point range. Wall's got 7 now in this quarter.
Driving, spotting up. Wall can do it all. Fantastic job tonight at the offensive end.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists tonight.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now, here's Portis. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Butler kicks to Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Clock at 6. To the middle. Can they get it? Butler, no good.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Pass to Wall. A stupendous finish in traffic. Wall's got 26 points.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I keep going to him again and again and again and again.
Now, here's Portis. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dunn against Wall. Dunn right side. From the arc. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, look, his teammates are going to stop giving him the ball if he keeps taking shots like that.
Wall, that's good.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls, trailing by 19. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Embiid against Carter. Here's Dunn. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What will the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here's Dunn. He's got 7. Looking to get back on track here. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. Here's Embiid, and he drops it in from the low post. Embiid's got 12.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Dunn passes to Carter. Here's Portis, guarded by Embiid. And they double up Butler. And stolen by Simmons. Embiid. And that one drops for him. He's got 14. The Bulls shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Dunn kicks to Portis. Butler on the wing. To the inside. Out to Carter. Dunn left side. Wall with the steal. Here's Saric. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Portis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the inside. And there's Dunn on the assist by Butler. And that's now 9 points for Chris Dunn.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
And Wall kicks to Embiid. Inside, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
Back to Dunn. Got a piece of it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Dunn's got 4 points in the quarter.
I like to see them getting the ball down low and then getting a quality shot.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Wall against Dunn. Wall finds Embiid. Outside, Redick to the paint. Shoots from 12. That's good on the jump shot. 30 points for Wall.
He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
Passes it to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And Butler just exploits that pick and roll defense. A tough physical guy who's hard to guard in those sets.
You know, C-Webb, J.J. Redick has just continued to age well. He's a fantastic player now into his 30s.
Well, Redick keeps adding to his game, but the shooting never changes. He shot well over 40 from deep for his career. Redick is a player who doesn't rely on his burst or his first step to score. I mean, he can keep playing like this for a long time. Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
Butler, no good.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Now here's Saric. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Another miss by Philadelphia. Saric has gone 2 for 7 from the field. Butler passes to Holiday. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Saric. Simmons against Butler. That's tipped.
Gotta have more of this moving forward. Portis has the size needed to turn back shots.
Butler kicks to Dunn. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Butler. Clock at 4. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Embiid. Chandler comes in for Saric. Robert Covington's checked in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for John Wall. Carter against Johnson. Dishes it to Chandler. To the paint. Here's Covington. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Covington's got 13.
Oh, the strength of Covington, willing these shots in, despite the D being very aggressive.
Done outside. From the line. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. 76ers ball. Here's Redick from deep. Misses the shot. John Wall getting it done for the Philadelphia 76ers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, we've got T.J. McConnell. Amir Johnson is out there with Wilson Chandler. And it's Smith. And it's Covington in at the small forward position. Here's Cornette. Valentine passes to Lawson. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots a 3. Cans it from downtown. Lawson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Chicago.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter. You got to come check him. Terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
The Bulls shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Kornet kicks to Lopez. Here's Hutchison. He's guarded by Johnson. Poked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Fast break, Philadelphia. Chandler outside. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. C-Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places, they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Lopez, no luck.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Now here's Valentine, covered by Smith. There's the pass to Kornet. Now here's Valentine. He's tightly guarded. Clock at 2, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Valentine. Back to Lawson. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hutchison. Off target with his 3. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Now here's Chandler. Yep, it counts. Chandler's got 6 in the quarter.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
Now here's McConnell, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy. And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Now here is Lawson. Good.
Floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Johnson finds McConnell. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Now, what confidence from the rangy swing man. I mean, he knows what it takes to convert from there.
See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vlade or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. And so many of us speak up on societal issues just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we're blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform that can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voiceless.
Well said. Robin Lopez at the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C-Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Dunn kicks to Portis. With his first shot attempt, and the Bulls with another miss. 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Wall taking his time here. Outside for Simmons. 4 on the shot clock. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. 12 points for Ben Simmons.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes it to Portis. Done outside. Goes up to the stripe. No good off the back of the rim.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Simmons against Butler. Valentine passes to Portis. Down against Wall. From the wing. And the Bulls with another miss.
Gets the look he wants and still no luck. Tough night for him.
Offensive rebound. Embiid. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Portis with it. Now guarded by Saric. Portis kicks to Dunn. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. We know that stars, especially superstars, get some level of benefit from the refs. What do you think of that? Is that good for the game?
I think the refs should always be fair. I think, yes, you're going to get the benefit of the doubt if you're James Harden and you can cross everyone over and you get 10 free throws a game. He earns those most nights. But, yeah, there's going to be some nights in which he gets a call or two here because as an offensive player, you want to be so aggressive that you put the referees in a tough position to make a tough call and to see what that was. Fans want to see the best players play, not sit. So you have to be judicious with how far you go, but just sometimes slip in the tendencies. I used to get so mad when all I would do is go challenge a shot. The human kickstand would kick his leg out. The ref would say I fouled him. I didn't foul him. And the best actor in the world would get to go to the line, get a 4-pointer. And okay, Caleb, what was the question again? Stars. Oh, superstars getting.
I don't know. Let's stop. Let's stop.
At the line for the Bulls, one shot.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses.
Now, whether Portis can make the leap is still up in the air. He's young and has the potential to be really good in this league.
And Embiid is right there.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Dunn passes to Lopez. Wants to get it to Dunn and does. Over Wall. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And that's 15 points for Chris Dunn. Dunn against Wall. Charge outside. Kicks it to Simmons. 76ers moving the ball around. Down low. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists in the game.
Oh, he's a very active player who looks to score often. Embiid, phenomenal at finding all kind of ways to score.
Back to Dunn. The pass to Portis. And here is Lopez. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA is going switchability crazy.
Two shots.
You shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. Redick finds Wall. Over Lawson. Ty Lawson grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Butler in the corner. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Wendell Carter. Bobby Portis. Justin Holiday. Chris Dunn.
Carter right side. Dunn against Wall. Dunn kicks to Portis. Back to Dunn. Every once in a while, we hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. C. Webb, when you hear that term, what does it mean to you?
It means it's the truth. When I got to the NBA as a rookie, the thing that amazed me the most was that I was already part of a fraternity. There was no having to be kind of welcomed in. You are welcomed in once you're part of the NBA. Guys want to see you do well. Right. Not against them, not against their team, but guys want to see you do well because they know the work, the effort, the sacrifice that it takes to get to this level. And that's a really refreshing feeling, knowing the guys got your best interest as long as it isn't against them that night.
Yeah, great perspective on that topic. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Wall. He kicks it to Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Never easy trying to stop Embiid. Even when you foul him, he still finds ways to muscle shots in. Well, I just love the way Embiid controls the game and inserts his will on the floor. He's so sound offensively and has a terrific inside-out game. And defensively, he'll always challenge a shooter or someone foolish enough to drive in him.
Shooting one.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Well, with Embiid, the inside-out game, you mentioned, Chris, he can take over with his skill set.
I like how calm and collective he is when he gets to the player in the post. He doesn't need it on the block. If he gets the ball 10 feet away, he can still go to work. He looks great, whether he's facing up a defender or backing someone down.
Now here's Simmons following the miss by Chris Dunn. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And Philadelphia has possession. Redick passes to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Over Butler.
How about the edge Butler plays with? Has a fire in his eyes on defense and just always tries to shut his man down.
Dunn kicks to Carter. Back to Dunn. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got his third assist on the night.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
At the top of the key, Embiid. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside. And it's Carter missing. And it's Wall with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. 1:33 left in the fourth. Here's Simmons. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's just the sheer strength of Simmons. You want to try to tie him down? He's going to fight hard for every bucket.
Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. But Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strength and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally, but you look at championship winners. I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
Philadelphia dictating the flow.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
Holiday finds Portis. When you look at the amount of threes Chris being taken now. Do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon the perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time. And maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough three from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with a balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many.
And he can't hit the second. And without a doubt, the voice of this team, the face of this franchise, is center Joel Embiid. Chris, he's embraced it from the beginning.
The 76ers knocked it out the park when they took the risk of drafting Embiid. To have a star like Embiid be so personable, it's rare. I mean, he's practically the voice of the city at this point.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
Now here is Carter. Here's Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
The former 5th overall pick in the 2016 draft. I mean, this is encouraging for Dunn, putting it all together right now.
Dunn against Wall. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we just try to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.